Hello and welcome to the first in this series of bite-sized videos on how to think like Einstein. This bite-sized series is all about sharing specific techniques and ideas that other people have used that we can use in our own daily lives, in this case to do our best thinking. And much as Einstein is a lofty role model to aspire to, there are specific techniques that he used to do his best thinking that are totally applicable and usable in our own daily lives. So let's jump into the first idea of how we can start to think like Einstein. So the first lesson we can take from Einstein is about being more creative. Science is normally thought of as quite analytical. It deals with facts and what is known and evidence and uses analysis to try and move forward from a position of knowledge. Einstein's approach was really different. He used a much more radical, creative approach to think differently to how anyone had done before. And this is really important. If we want new solutions, new ideas, fresh thinking, we have to think differently to how we have in the past. If we always think the same way, we'll always have the same sorts of ideas and the same sorts of solutions. So this is how Einstein used creativity to think in a different way. So when Einstein was just 16 years old, he imagined what it would be like to ride a bike on a beam of light. Now this is clearly impossible. It's not something that a scientist mind would necessarily think of, but it was precisely this, stepping away from reality, stepping away from the limits of our existing knowledge or our preconceptions, that allowed Einstein to genuinely think differently and have ideas that no one had had before, and to think about space and time in a completely new way. And this is exactly what we mean by allowing yourself to be creative. What we would normally do is censor our most wild and impractical ideas, and we'll check ourselves first to say, well, could we do this? Does it look a bit silly? Has anyone done something similar before? And it's this self-censorship, or group censorship if we're in a team, that stops genuinely new ideas from coming out. If we can be a bit less guarded, a bit less censoring in allowing those kernels of ideas, half-baked suggestions to spill out and be captured and worked on, then we can genuinely get more new, novel ideas. And let's be honest, most of those suggestions that we utter when we allow ourselves to be unbounded in our creativity will be terrible. They will not be practical, they will not be workable. But even then, there's likely something in them that we can use, or that someone else can build on, or that allow us to move in a different direction. We have to think really radically to get back to something which is even just a bit new and different and innovative. So that's the technique for today. In a nutshell, let's use more radical creativity in our thinking and not be as bound by practicality and pragmatism until further down the line of that journey. There'll be more videos in this series about how to think like Einstein with more of his techniques that we can take. But for now, thanks for watching, and we hope you found something useful in this video.